afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. We're off here to an exciting and riveting 1 vs 1 on Faymonville Approach. In the north, it is Tiramisu fighting for America, freedom, democracy, taking on the role of the 6th Armored Division with Mechanized Company, featuring mechanized groups, that is, Dodge trucks and half-tracks. Reserve armour with Sherman 76mm Shermans and bulldozer blades for the regular Shermans. Cavalry riflemen, mortar half-tracks, and combined arms with triple empty bullets. And to the south, it is Use-M246 fighting for the Overwatch Commando West, Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the 9th Panzer Division here with Overwatch, Luftwaffe Ground Forces and Firestorm, triple infantry bullets and sea. Double rifles out here for Tiramisu, double forts there for Use. Standard stuff here from both sides. We'll probably see at least a dart truck here from Tiramisu eventually. And as always, please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and press that bell button. Helps me and helps you. Mostly me, though. And of course, a big thanks to my patrons as well. Without this episode and so many others would not be possible. So thanks to all of you, you charming bunch of people. So we've got driving and southwards here with reasons being east. They're both going to sort of set up for the fuel here. Northwards, Use doing the same here for this fuel point. And there you go at the bit of 1 minute mark there. Use going here for the Dodge truck. Rather than grabbing the point here, standard stuff, coming up here, might lead on to sandwich. They got already Tiramisu, got troops on the way there to make this a bit difficult. Plus, holding up into cover where the Fultons have none already. So, pretty dicey position here for Use. Gotta get the cover point, but he's gonna have to fall back here, and the Fultons will probably just bit off, just reinforcing meat and just replacing the immediate loss there. And he's gonna then quickly lose the point here to Tiramisu if Tiramisu wants to go for it. Up north, their points being seized here. Second rifle squad moving northwards, and there you go, dart truck has arrived for America. In this case, being used to grab points, it is quite flexible like that. Can transport troops, can be equipped with the 5th caliber, and can, you know, grab points. Plus, later on, they can call in artillery badges and mark targets. It really does a lot of things. It's just most people, you know, mostly never use most of them because partly because the late game stuff just tends never to happen because by that point, it's, you know, on fire. And I mean the literal sense of fire, that is, it's burning. Darshman, they're going from the northern nation, force moment to have counter-attack. Got Sturm parties holding up, rate baiting the arrival into closer range, but they go into the building here. Slightly upsetting their use of defense plan here for the north, it seems. Sturm parties up close, but they have a second rifle squad coming in. They need support here. Fulton puts back the Dodge truck. Rather than being focused down with the Sturm parties, with the Sturm parties also being focused down, even with the men only being able to fire up with 2 windows here, it's still a lot more than the Sturm parties can handle. We got the Fultons moving up here, but the situation in the north is turning dicey. And all of this is happening. Use still grabbing the south here, so this is a pretty good attack so far from him. He's tying up a large amount of forces with a relatively smaller force and making things very miserable here for Use. And the Dodger there's also caused a problem. Now, of course, things are slowly turning ahead there. He is forced to slowly begin to pull back, but even then, I'd say this attack has panned out quite well. He's done a lot more damage than he's suffered for the most part. And again, he's just tied up a significantly larger force here from Use. In fact, there you go. He's in fact forcing 2 squads now to retreat on top of the Sturm Pioneers. We got cavalry rifling up. We got the lieutenant out. So Tiramisu is really pulling ahead here now. We got a kidnap out. Obviously have to deal with the Dodge truck, but also any other vehicles that Tiramisu is very likely to go for. Back here, reinforcement healing. We're something out there, sneaking about there for Tiramisu and democracy. Right from there, going for the northern field. Going to deny that to Use. That's going to make things more miserable for him. He's going to deal with those riflemen soon. And we got the truck on the way that's going to open up for the incendiary grenades. It's going to be more useful for flashing them out. But yeah, the situation here for Use is a bit dicey, to put it mildly. And Tiramisu is lining up for another set of attacks here. Fulton, they're falling back as well. So really, not a great start here for the Germans. Not a great start at all. Tiramisu was able to make good use of the terrain and just momentum here. Versus Use, it just wasn't quite able to deal with that. So right now, Tiramisu is quickly gaining most of the map. In fact, at this point, Use only has 2 points left, and there's 1 that's neutral. That's really it in terms of resources. Meanwhile, Tiramisu has more or less everything else. So it's going to be dicey here. We got the truck out. We'll have to see what it goes for. Could be mechanized. Might try and rely on the looks to turn this around. We got the ambulance on the way there for Tiramisu. Meanwhile, trying to sneak up and flank behind Use's main force. Very good. Force need to get back in action. Need to get that truck up to something as soon as possible as well. Almost got the Thompson ready, being focused down. He's still doing what they can here. Cavalry riflemen are very close to the Thompson, but they may have to fall back before that happens. Also, the Lieutenant to flush out the Lieutenant, be very good here. Grab the northern fuel point back here. Lieutenant opposing host down there. Go cavalry riflemen moving in. Sturm Pioneers flying back in there. Go forced to retreat. This engagement worked a bit better for Use-M246. almost wiping on the lieutenant as well, but the lieutenant's unit does survive with 1 man alive to reconstitute a full fresh unit. Mechanized command post on the way there for Tiramisu to pull ahead there with something a bit more vehicular. Very good. Meanwhile, users just trying to gain back ground, and there we go, battle group headquarters. No mechanized regiment for use. We'll be seeing flak half-tracks, light infantry guns, or what will be going on there. They'll have to see. Strumpel's going straight for the reactions, trying to defend one of the few points he does hold at the moment. Veterans 1 gain, but even that is rendered neutral here by Tiramisu's raiders, his rear echelons. Back reinforcement healing, tech almost done. I can actually then go pretty fast for Stuart light tank to further add pressure to Use-M246. Northern munition being seized again, like heading backwards here to grab the strategic point there, a bit further tucked away from everything else. Battle group headquarters almost down there for use, grabbing the center victory point. Lieutenant sending up, Darcher there on the move again, 1 kill so far, close veteran to 1. Mark target unlocked. And then if you can get a battalion command post going, you can also call in artillery with it, though it is a bit of an expensive call-in. Of course, they're being routed. Lieutenant moves towards the center, and we got Martin in the carve point. Not bad. Darcher, they're pushing back the forces in the south. Just a wide attack this time around from Tiramisu. Flak out where they could use to help contain all the infantry, put pressure on it. It's going to definitely require the Kedron being close, otherwise you risk losing it to, say, a fast Stuart. If that happens, though so far no. Instead we got weapon racks there for Tiramisu, BARs and bazookas. Part of any good American breakfasts. Northern fuel once more being claimed here by the United States Army. And there you go, we got used with Overwatch Doctrine, Jaegers for the Fatherland, early warning systems, light field howitzers, and of course sector assault. I'm not entirely sure if this is the best pick. Part of me think Luftwaffe ground force might have been more useful. Part of me be quite helpful with all the riflemen. And in theory, even the flak emplacement could be useful, but either way. Okay, someone just chucked a bunch of corpses there around. But yeah, that corpse was sent absolutely flying. Just think about him making use of the train there to make it harder for the Germans to get some good shots from the long range, allowing to more easily just get close. But there you go. Charging ahead there now to go 5. We got Brandhand Granada off there. No concussive grenade, actually. Nice throw there. Caravan can call it bad spot. The forces would have to fall back. Charge moving up. In fact, now it's time to look at the south. Might be a better point here for use rather than north, because right here, Tiramisu's been great use of the terrain to defend against any attacks from use, whereas right now, we're to push through the center south. Tiramisu would have less ground to hold with. His horse also would be in a less great position, so I think that might actually be a better choice there for use to movement. But we've got the flak after him, and they're finally forcing him out to the north, but still, bit of a costly assault here by use. Jaegers out, grabbing the northern victory point there again. We got 361 versus 500. Stuart light tank on the way for Tiramisu and democracy. Back reinforcements, no medics yet. Obviously, the flak half tech was the priority here. Rearson's routed under heavy fire there from the flak half track. Troops heading in through the center. Got the northern point, Lieutenant holding up here, and back here, troops reinforcing heal as well there for Tiramisu. Stuart light tank right about done. Which course going to add pressure there to use? May in fact force him to go for another Kedron effort to help defend his flak half track decently. Going for the centre finally, a bit more than a spread out approach. Of course, he has to be careful not to spread out too thinly either. Always Tiramisu is just going to hit hard where he's not quite as focused, which is probably going to be in the north here in the centre. There we go, big push in. Flak after we moved in to assist, but obviously he's going to have to keep the Kedron for close very soon, since the Stuart light tank can always just pursue the flak half track and destroy it, which would be a sizable blow there to use, who's already behind on resources, and the flak half track at that point represents a sizable investment, which would be quite painful to lose. There you go, Dart Truck charging with the counter rifle, shooting from the other side. He's got the flak half track out there, who's basically hoping to rush in there. Got the Kedron effort pushed away there. Pretty bad situation here for use. We've got the flak half track to last than half health. Dart Truck there, continuing unhalted, and there goes Stug into the base hit, taking heavy damage from the flank replacements. Panzer fast off there. Dart Truck from the north. Could push it down to half. There you go, gets the flak half track. Might lose the Stuart lighting inside the base. There you go. Down it goes. Can salvage both for 10 fuel. So, in that point, it doesn't actually become a great trade-off for Tiramisu once, you know, that is counted in. But even then, it does hurt use quite a bit, since Tiramisu still has more fuel to obviously give off with. But it's not perhaps quite the win either. And here now, Use actually going for a second flag half track. That is definitely a bit more surprising. He technically does get the 10 fuel discount in there, so I guess he might be more incentivized towards if he remembers to salvage the flag half track as well, of course. But I'm not entirely sure if this is the wisest idea, and may not want to take up. But obviously, the flag half track is going to help again versus the infantry light vehicles. And there's certainly not a chance here that Tiramisu is going to go for another Stuart light tank. I mean, who goes for a second flag half track? And that may obviously be exactly what Use is thinking is going to work in this situation. Who expects another flag half track? I mean, most people don't. So a high risk maneuver there, but Use, it pans out great, but it fails. Then it's just a lot of fuel down the drain, and it's going to be a lot of fuel here. It's going to be beaten over the head with then. Jaegers up north here. Kevin pushed back already. Troops on the wrong side there. Rifling up there behind the full squad that's flanking the other rifle squad there. Forced to fall back. Flag half track those moving out here for Use. Still not a lot of action in the south here from Use. I feel like you've been trying to harass there a bit more. Versus Tiramisu, but that's just me. Flag half trapping out there. That's going to give Tiramisu a bit of a shock. As of course he goes, my god, they went for a second flag half track. The bastards. So yeah. Flag half track there. 1 kill so far. Those immediately pushed back. Still, Tiramisu has significant map edge here. 316 versus Faymonville victory point is also significantly there for him. Use is fighting frantically, valiantly, but he is still certainly behind his opponent. Mostly supposed to be quick with BRs. In fact, I'm surprised he went for the captain and didn't just, you know, take a hit for the major and medium armor sooner, particularly since he went for mechanized. I mean, you know, fast bulldozer showing to be pretty great versus Use at the moment. But I guess you want the anti-tank gun in reserves as an option in case it becomes necessary. Showing some respect there for Use and what Use might possibly be able to do there. Or he may just want the captain for like more guns, which, you know, is not impossible. I would use the infantry gun there. Cavalry rifleman's going to charge in. They're going to pop an anti-tank satchel charge there on the flak up. There you go. Didn't quite pan out there. Close shave for Use. Panthers in the dart and there go Cavalry being hammered by a torrent of flak fire, leaving poor Joe Josen quite dead in the dirt. The Kenrith needs to get out of there. Light infantry shots. Almost done. Get the flak up with a bit of infantry support to screen it. Finally, some troops heading south is there for Use. Kenrith survives. Flak up in there. 5 kill shots. One there you go. Rifleman taking heavy fire there for the flak half track. Northern Field once more. Seized there by the Amerikanen. There we go. Line for gun ready there for Use-M246 and Das Vaterland. Up north, the rifling hammered by a deluge of flak fire. A storm of German high explosives. Back in after third go on there for Use. Southwards, the advance continues ever so steadily. Line gun opening up here. Probably going to try and flush out the machine in the building there. And going for another machine gun of his own to help deal with, of course, Tiramisu's infantry. Mines up there as well. Good spot by Use. Thumbs up. 50 cal falling back. There you go. Lieutenant with a BAR. There's the Fultz Grenadiers. And there you go. Major, meaning Tiramisu's not far off from medium arm himself, whereas Use is quite a bit of ways there. Quite a bit of ways. And that's going to be quite the challenge he's going to be up against. Since if Tiramisu commits like bulldozer gems, plenty of them in Double Academy is going to have a bit of a hard time dealing with them, since the bulldozer gems are going to be quite tough. And, you know, reasonably costed. Dark Track Translate, the Steel Pioneer, South 8 vets in the fleet. Light infantry shots firing away, flak after them there. 5 kill threats into one, setting up here. Dart trying a bit of a spot, tight spot, and there you go. Takes a full broadside of flak fire, cutting quite a bit of damage into it. Mines up north, they go for Killingfield Rifleman. You got the full squad holding up the building in the manor house. Dart truck racing past here like a cat on fire. Flak happening about here. Close to 22 on that one. Rearson's holding up behind the cover. That cover's crumbling alongside their own health. Up north here, folks are being pushed back here with a terrified called in by Tiramisu's major. South center there, I think, is still wide open. They should be really considered here by use as a fresh lane of attack. Versus Tiramisu. Sam Max in the center. Infantry forming to the center there. Return to here under 5. We got Sturm as well. They've actually 2-7 kills. There you go. Ooh, close one there. Close one. Man's gone so far with 0 kills. But a bit of damage there. A bit of damage. Bit of scamsing up north here. Banhunt Granada here be very good. There's the one from the building. But they're down to just 2, so it might be a bit of a waste of resource at that point. Sherman on the way there for Tiramisu for the 6th Armored Division here. There you go. Rifleman falling back here from the north. Bit more pressure in the centre towards the south there. Mines up there. Very good. And there you go. Line's gun firing down. Still no kills. And the Dart Truck makes another attempt here. McKenna not set up for doing that either. He does like that attempt there. And there you go. This time looks like they're able to pay it off. Good hit in there. But he's going to get hit with the anti-tank satchel charge. Got the Dart Truck, but the flak half tank's about to get knocked out. Here's only silver health. She actually popped smoke. There we go. Will it be enough to save it? Probably not. He was a bit too slow to pop it in the first case. Could have probably avoided the cap satchel charge there. I mean, he could get really lucky, but he didn't. So yeah, close shave there, but in the end, bit careless by use, and well, Tiramisu saw through that and just punished him handily forward. Going for another Dart Truck, certainly highlighting. He's actually quite fond of the Dodge Cavalry Rifleman there. Just charging in, popping off that satchel charge before the opponent can get out of there. More mines on here from Use, very good. We got 264 to 482. And there you go, Sherman up. Bulldozer Blade being added, 50 caliber following up. Truck on the way there for Use, that's going to be tech there. But I think by the time he can say get out of Panther 4, his opponent's very likely to get at least 2 Shermans out with Bulldozer Blades. Though if he can control the field points a bit better from now on, that may not quite come to pass. Machine needs to fall back. Up north, fresh engagement. There you go. Flip coming a bit of trouble. Sturm team flanking in there. Good move here by Use. Definitely what he want to be doing here. And there you go. The Sturm partner is very good at wiping out units. And there you go. 50 caliber is now the 56 caliber. Or something like that, I know. Sherman's there around the full squad in the south. High close rounds. Obviously a big issue. 2/5 of the unit gone. 50 caliber there being added. Halfway done with that one. Halfway done. He then needs to authorize it. Oh, building's done, then he needs to authorize it. I kept with the Sherman, but either bounces or does less damage because there's more health now. Pantherfast there. So a much harder to kill tank here for Use with only 1 Locating effort. Mine goes off here in the Dart Truck. Could see the second one go down there. It seems like Use has nothing to really exploit this with. So we'll be able to see another day. Need to authorize that one, obviously. Very fast, very schnell. 2 kills in light infantry. Oh, maybe not, maybe not. Maybe mistake, maybe he intends to throw it away. Maybe bad pathing. All the way, the Dart Truck is dead. Up north, bit of movement there. We got the 5th cover up inside in the northern manor house. Sherman there being repaired, having certainly suffered some damage. And there you go, authorization happening, but Use is still some time away there from any armor. And yeah, Tiramisu is definitely much closer to the 2nd Sherman than uses to single Panzer IV. And certainly with that many Bulldozer Shermans, he may in fact be better off just going for a Panther. Salvaging here, very good. Since, I mean, effectively, the Sherman with Bulldozer Blades are basically just better Panther for Model Js at a lower cost. Since they have more health, roughly the same armor, better anti-infantry with the high closure shells, self-repair, smoke launcher, plus they can create barriers. Panther for Model Js can't do that much. So yeah, that's going to be a problem there for Use. And will likely prompt Panthers or Yak Panthers to deal with that. He's also, I think, he does have the second Academy for that, but even that might require a 3rd one. Sherman takes it from the Academy for Sturm Punch Eggs. There he goes. Sherman taking power from the Spare Punch quarter. 2nd Academy moving up there. Correct to see Tiramisu this Sherman here. Underestimates Use. Ooh, very good chance taken out. Here, definitely a bit of hubris there from Tiramisu, but no, looks like he might not be punished for it. His hubris went unpunished. That was really lucky there for Tiramisu. He was so close to losing that Sherman, but it survived. Good lord. That is brutal there for Use. He's going for orbital dart, and some elite infantry could put pressure then. Tiramisu's troops very good there. Tiramisu, brave continuing the Scott here, but decides he's got other plans here. Looks like it's going to be another Sherman. Which for the Bulldozer Blades is a really strong choice. Anyways, need to move up here for the center again, heading into the south. He's feeling a bit too inflexible at times here versus Tiramisu. First goes with the captain. A few assault rifles could also be a good investment here for use down the road. They obviously want to set up munitions for the light machine guns there on the orbital dart, the LMG-34. Actually, 3 stone pods running northwards. There you go. Light machine gun on the way there. Need to put in the center. And there you go, second Sherman for Tiramisu for the 6th Armored Division. Oberson getting those light machine guns ready. Jaeger sitting out, half H53, nice use of sprint there. Bit of quiet there, be that for use. Oberson there good to go for use as well. Second Sherman halfway done. Again, use is not far from the Panther 4, but I feel like a Panther Jagdpanzer might just be slightly better here, and even then probably just the Jagdpanzer. Since the Panther still is going to struggle to be cost efficient versus that many Shermans with better armor and more health, which is, you know, not quite great DPS. Captain rifling up against the Jaegers in the center, MD-34 backing them up. Almost got that Sherman ready. And then obviously we're going to be seeing Bulldozer Blades for that one as soon as happening as well there, and he's got the resources for it. Rod move from the south there, pushing back the MD-34 Storm Pods moving up as well there, close to Veteran 4. Kenneth landing a nice hit on the Sherman. MD-34 being pushed back, Storm Pods opening up. They're very, very close to 54, and there we go. Rodman taking quite a bashing there, but USC treatment remains quite precarious. Quite precarious. There you go, Sherman being upgraded, other one being repaired. Bit more push center south here for use once more. Very good. Needs to open up those other fronts here versus Tiramisu. Then now we got the Sherman up there. Bulldozer Blades almost fully attached. No Akedner in the south except very far behind. There you go. Akedner plans to hit them with Sherman before it has the Bulldozer Blade ready. Got a bit too impatient there, it seems. Second shot. Seems to be not doing much there. Now Tiramisu is actually going for mortar attack. Now that's an interesting shift in strategy you typically don't see. Normally you see like mortar attack, it's much earlier into the game, and also typically 2 versus 2 matches. But here Tiramisu is actually going for one almost at the 23-minute mark. That is definitely some late mortar attack from Tiramisu. And I'm guessing he wants to help deal with all support weapons with, or just keep putting more pressure on to use this. A very interesting move, but not necessarily one I'd recommend for everyone. Oh wait, got it out. Team bombarding here. Some of User's positions. Jump Hunt's falling back. Both fuel points back in control here of Use, and we got Tiramisu. I mean, we got the Panther only for using again versus double Bulldozer Blade Shermans. I think this Panther is going to have a bit of a hard time. It's not going to be impossible, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, and it's going to require supporting it properly and catching Tiramisu Shermans isolated and destroying them that way, piecemeal. We'll have to see how Tiramisu responds to the robber of the Panther Model J. Rather than pinned down and routed. Mortar after pumping away shots there. And we got a second one. Wow, double mortar half tracks. Now that is definitely not your average USF strategy in 1 versus 1 matches, but here we are with Tiramisu, double mortar half tracks and double Bulldozer Shermans. I mean, Bulldozer Sherman's more common, but definitely not double mortar half track. So let's see how that exactly is going to work out there for Tiramisu, because that is definitely something unique, something rare. Grabbing northern field point there. Sherman change to like Kedner for Panther wing to try and further exploit this. Potential opening. Another hit there. But there you go up north. Got the Sugar Fire here on the Panther 4 side. The skirts are protecting from it somewhat. Camping bombarding in the center. east. We got Steel Pioneers and Fossil Infantry actually going there for the northern points here. This will continue to advance with the Panther 4. No pin machine added. Less than half health already. Almost losing the Panther 4 there. And got a wipe there. Major down. And a bazooka dropped. Small win there for Tiramisu. Or Use, not Tiramisu. Not unless he's got kicked back down how many bazookas are sold, and so it doesn't mind handing someone to the jumps and can replace them. Jaegers there getting blasted with the mortar half track. He's got 2 firing away there. There is a lot of mortar half track. 50 covered under fire here from Tiramisu's mortars. Further up north with the skirmishing here. Van Hunter then the Lieutenant. Nice work there. No assault officer yet here for Use's infantry. Turn being suppressed, burned out. Also, we got the cavalry here from the side. 16 kills. Sherman sending out there. South side. Still not seeing a lot of use there from Use, to be honest. Definitely a bit of an oversight. Definitely a bit of an oversight. Cavalry going straight for the opposite side. Getting hosed down here. Very good. Other cavalry getting up close to the opposite, at which point they suddenly have the advantage. Blend cover though. Nice work. Mortar firing down. Almost got the northern victory point back. We got 154 versus 460. Panther 4 hot pursuit the rifle. Almost getting wiped there. Bazooka team moving up here. Panther 4 with 3 kills. Close to 21. Shots being fired. Grierson's being routed. Also, there's the rifle upside the building. Here in the center, we got folks with the rifle squad. With a double blast, so the east have the advantage of the folks with the bazooka. If they had double blast, the folks will think they're doing much better position. In fact, there's a good chance of getting wiped here unless he gets lucky. Could happen, but there's a good chance he doesn't. In this case, oh yeah, just as it was looking like he got lucky, a single shot gets the last man running. Steel Pioneers there, close to the Veterancy 5, and the total ace level there for the Oberkommando West. Shem going here for the Panther 4 shot bounces. Penetrating here, the veterans on the Panther 4 Sherman though, Alta Veterans 1. Panther 4 falling back here, quickly escaping through a small side route in the far east. Sherman number 2 moving up, they're harassing the Steel Pioneers who are taking a lot of fire from a lot of sources. They're going to get wiped. And that's another blow there to Use. Lost 2 infantry squads now in short succession here, including an almost 8-level Steel Pioneer squad. That's going to hurt. Part of the cause is just the sheer, combat prowess, but also he just lost his only way of repairing his Panzer 4. So that is a double whammy there against Use. And the opposite of the close being murdered up with the mortar attacks. We got veterans 1 kill, we got 4 and 5 kills in fact now. He just keep murdering away there. Really putting some pressure there on Use. Definitely a rare sight. More Sturm Pioneer there for Use. Very good. South side still not seeing a lot of action. Centre there we got the rear, we got the rifle cavalry, we got the 5th cavalry nearby. Manned by Sturm Pioneers, so they're being hosed down. We need to focus on the cavalry riflemen, to be honest. I'd say the rear at this point are a bit less crucial. Too late though, and now the Carab are going to easily be pushing back the folks there from the centre as well. Panther 4 to the rescue, at least attempted rescue. Shem against the single Echidna, seeing one joining from a bit further away, but still not a great position to keep his veteran Echidna for in. Panther with support. Somehow survived, but needs to get it out of there now. Oh, never mind, instead to the mortar half tracks. 32 there with 5 kills, actually 3 kills I think. Yep. Those mortar attacks are starting to really rack up the damage, and those kills here versus Use. 100 points versus 460. Panther 4 falling back close, 52 there. Heavy fire like Kedner for American infantry continues the ceaseless and relentless advance against Use's positions. Almost got the Kedner, Panther 4 gaining actually 2 centimeters. We got the 8 riflemen. We got more troops up, including the opposite that not fully reinforced. There is no time here for Use. Cavalry rifle being routed, Panther moving up, infantry in the center being decimated. dropping up Barbatil, picking up before the retreating again. Mortar after they continue to just pump out death. 74 points left here. Use really needs to do something about the big 2 points, and it really should focus more on the south here. Almost getting rough scored here. There we go. BAR dropped. In fact, both bars are dropped. So the folks can only pick up one since they'll have the bazooka. Risking the Panther, I think it's a bad move here by Use. Also moving up. Can grab the BAR there. But I think he's going to have to give up on that one. So we got 60 versus 460. We got a Jackson tank on the way there for Tiramisu and Use. Really like, I think needs to change up his tactics. They're definitely, I think, a bit too unsophisticated in some ways, and I think they're suffering a bit from tunnel vision on small narrow bands of the map rather than just, you know, making full use of the map. And that is definitely to the advantage of Tiramisu, who's much clearer, better at making good use of maneuvering on the map, and Use is struggling for whatever reason in this battle to do so. 52 versus 460. Jackson tank slot done. Sherman's being fixed up. Seizing that southern victory point good there. Bit late though. And the Panther will need repairs badly. Halfway to victory 3. They can get in there. That would do nice bit of good there for Use. Obviously wouldn't save him single-handedly, but it might just make things a bit, you know, less awful. 5th covers the 10 in the centre. In the south we got the folks on there being routed by the cavalry rival squad with 22 kills to the name. Lieutenant Penn down to the ground. We got the double mortar after. She's just firing away there. 5 kills and 6 kills. Really bad news there for Use's machine gun. Almost wipes out. In fact, one can retreat fully. And the folks there just being slaughtered by the Sherman. Fight from the northern victory point. Yakes and Chop, they're about to get wiped out. Use is clearly overextending, I think, quite aggressively. He's Sherman moving ahead here. Jackson supporting. I'm guessing Use is planning for the Panther. He's not going for Sherman. Probably asking that's not going to work out. But the question is, can the Panther arrive in time? 40 up points left, and Tiramisu just continues to deliver the pain and the punishment against his crowd opponent. Ceaselessly hammering away. Sherman's Jackson here charging at Use's base. Again, setting up. They're good hit there. Other one opening up. Okay, apparently thought it was 2 of them. Sounded like it brief for some reason. There goes motion down here. Lance gun somehow dodges every shot. That's kind of impressive. But more types going to probably take it out. And there you go. We got, delayed fuse high explosive barrages. That's bad news. There you go. Direct hit there. Nasty hit there. Almost wiping it out. Panther awfully close to it. There we go. Lines of gun cleared out. Almost destroyed. Got one of the Shermans. A small unit for Use in a sea of otherwise less than great things. More mortar firing down there. We got still 9 kills of T2 and 6 kills close to T2. Sherman Jackson hit the Panther falling back halfway to death, very close to T3. We got 24 points left for Tiramisu's northern victory point being seized by the Footgundiers. Panther blitzing out. There's Jackson, the Sherman, and hot pursuit here. Mine hit on the Jackson. Strap punch quarters might be able to take it out there. Good. Jackson is down, but Use the situation remains pretty precarious. He still has to grab the victory points. He still has to, like, you know, focus on the south as well, I feel like. All of a sudden, there's the lieutenant. I think he's going to have to retreat there. We got 4 points left. 2 points left for that. GG, game over. A loss here for the German army. A victory for America, freedom, democracy. I feel like Use basically just got bogged down in the north too much. It was much easier for Tiramisu just to bog him down and wear him out, lock him out of the game, whereas Use repeatedly left the entire south of the map just to stand open. Could have done more there. So I feel in this regard, Use was simply too unflexible in how he proceeded to the fight on the battlefield here, and that played out greatly into Tiramisu's hand, which was a bit more flexible there. So well played by Tiramisu. Use definitely to, like, remember sometimes the best move is just to attack elsewhere. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I'm learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on this. Help friends, channel family. Don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Linking. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow again for another exciting episode. Bye.